This is a wheelchair?
Yeah, I was in an accident.
What happened?
I was in the passenger seat of a car, and we were driving. He was drunk, racing, and I was ejected out of the windshield 60 yards on a football field.
Who was driving drunk?
The guy that I was calling myself talking to at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you still talking to him?
No.
Are you walking again?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
It's a
Look,
guy.
you got a bunch of pins or something in your pelvis, looks like, in your spine.
Yep, from my spine to my kneecaps. I fractured my whole spine. It had to be fused together, two hip replacements, and metal bars going down my femur into my kneecap.
Wow. Okay. All right. And this is, I'm assuming this is how you look now, the one that the most recent that you took with uh this accident,
Uh,
or is there a more recent picture of you on? I don't see. This is the most recent picture I see of you in this accident.
if you swipe to the reels,
With the one with you eating chicken?
yeah, I'm kind of bleeding. Yep, or my highlights at the top. Yeah, no, my
Okay.
highlights.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Yeah, 5'5". Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, you look like you probably could be about 140. You actually look a little thinner than that. You sure you 140?
I might be 137. I might put 2 pounds on there, but I am. It
Okay.
fluctuates. I do have a daughter as
Oh,
well.
okay. How old is your daughter?
Is 8. Just
She's 8 years old. What's going on with you and the father?
um. Well, we that is hard. So we were doing like a 50-50 custody sort of thing. He's Caucasian, so we don't have like an issue as far as like being in her life sort of things. But he did after my accident. We decided that it was best that she was living with him full time because I had to be taken care of, and I had a TBI, which is a traumatic brain injury. So I had to relearn everything, how to walk, talk,
How
read.
old are you again?
24.
Okay, 24. Okay. All right, so you have to learn how to walk again, how to talk.
Yeah, yeah,
Where were y'all coming from?
the club. And I was underage.
You were underage
Mm.
when this accident happened?
Yeah, I did have a fake ID at the time. So like it is something that
Wait, I thought this accident happened last year.
no, the accident happened in 2019. I didn't get out of my wheelchair though for about 3 years. For
Oh,
about
I got you.
2020.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right. So you got out of a wheelchair what, like a year or two ago?
Yep, yep. It was about 2021.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
All right, so you got out of your wheelchair. You stopped messing with, I hope you stopped messing with that guy right after that accident.
Yeah, yeah, we pretty much had to as far as like the lawyers and everything. And it then optionally.
What do you mean the lawyers?
Because you know, like after an accident, you know, you get lawyer if you decide to. And so a part of the agreement with my lawyer and his was that we couldn't speak because basically he was in trouble legally because he was drunk and I was in the ICU.
He got a DUI?
Yeah, yeah, had to do
He did time. All right.
something.
Um, well, hopefully you've stayed away from guys like that. When's the last time you've been in a relationship?
2023 was my last serious relationship, but
How long were you with him?
uh, oof, about maybe 4 months. It wasn't.
4 months? Okay. And that was a serious relationship. You call that serious?
I only call it serious because he wanted to, like, I guess not serious, but fast paced. Um, he wanted to like move in and all of those things, and our children met each other and those sort of things.
How many children did he have?
One, a daughter.
And what do you mean when you say he wanted to move in?
He wanted me to move in with him,
Oh,
and
he
like,
wanted you to move in with him. And he only had one child and you only have one. And you met his baby mama. Did you meet her or was he married before?
no, I did not meet her, and no, they weren't married.
Why didn't you meet her?
I don't think she wanted to, and I never insisted.
You don't think she wanted to and you never insisted. Why wouldn't you insist?
Um, I guess a part of the whole fast going into it all type of thing. So it wasn't even on my mind. It wasn't. It was basically a responsibility in a situation I was putting myself into that I was not and am not ready for.
You were putting yourself in a situation that you weren't ready for. What do you mean by that?
So I tell myself that I guess so it's like a connection that I'm yearning for. But then when I get into like that exact situation that we all say we want, I literally run away from it. Might be mean to the person about it. Like, for instance, example, this one guy, we met not on the internet or anything, like walking past each other one day out and about. And we got to talking, months went by. And if he decided to say that he knew he was ready for marriage and all this other stuff, not saying that this was right or God's person for me, but for that being a situation like presented, it was just the thought of like, okay, once again, another situation where I could be like, this is it, let me take it, but I know I'm not ready. Which he was like serious about a ring and all of that and taking care. Because he was like, well, everything you're going through is just money. I can take care of it, which, that's a nice job. But I just, with everything that I have going on, like, I just feel like I'm not ready.
You still not giving me anything concrete though. Like it's just not adding up. Okay. You guys were intimate, right? I need you to speak up. You still not get closer to your phone.
Okay, I'm like right on it.
Okay. All right. So you guys were intimate. Did you have any pregnancy scares? Did you get pregnant?
No, unfortunately, I cannot get pregnant in my cervix.
Did you have a hysterectomy?
No, it just will not happen.
What do you mean?
As far as now, I feel like if it's God's will, but like since my last child, it just and then the accident, it just has not happened.
It doesn't mean you can't get pregnant.
Yeah, that's why I said if it's God's will, I do believe it can happen again, but it just hasn't. So no, there hasn't been any pregnancy scared.
Okay, this guy had his own place. What kind of job did he have?
One was like a construction warehouse job, and then he was also working at Dairy Queen.
Okay, two part-time jobs. He didn't have anything that was full-time. How big was his apartment?
It was a 1-bedroom.
1 bedroom. Where was his child sleeping?
His child lived with the mother majority of the time.
Okay, so here's my question for you women. Why do you think it's a good idea to be with a man and he has a child or children and you don't even know what kind of a father he is? Because if he has a child or children and they're living majority with the mother, there's no way you would know. And then you never spoke with the ex?
No.
Do you hear me? Are you following me?
Yes, yes.
So why would you think that the man would make, because that's why I asked you about pregnancy. Technically, you can still get pregnant. Technically, you can get pregnant. So any man that you're letting be intimate with you, you run the risk of having his child. I talk a lot about other animal species, right? And how they always look and seek out to find the best possible mate so that their offspring will have the best chance to live. It seemed like human women, and unfortunately a lot of BWs especially, y'all don't do that. It's like y'all do the opposite. Let me find the worst one, or let me find the one that I know least about and mate with him. Have you ever thought about that?
But see, that's the thing. That's why I said I knew after all of that that I wasn't ready. Which I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Like, I it's stuff that I will come to, like the realization of after the relationship, but during the relationship, like,
You come to the realization after the relationship.
which is why, like, now
What do you mean you come to the realization after the relationship? The realization of what? I'm not understanding.
that I should have never even got not only intimate but like even cordial with the person, with that man in the first place. Because if those are things that I'm lacking, if those are things that, but I don't know what, like, and it is a problem. I know it's a problem. I don't know, and I don't like to blame it on my father, stuff like that. But I don't know. I guess.
Well, did you have your father around growing up?
He was around, but he wasn't. Him and my mom, like my mom, I had the bitter mom that was always going off because he had multiple kids back and forth with my mom and another woman. So I had like half siblings and stuff. But stayed with her. So she was the type where it's like,
He stayed with who? The other woman?
No, my mom. So he would be there, but he was spending time with other women. And my mom was the type where it's like, well, he's with me at the end of the night. He's at my house by the end of the night. But she was mean to him and like bitter. So she was always putting him out. And then of course, she had her reasons. He was cheating. So it was just a whole hot mess. He was there, but he wasn't there. But when he was there, it was for her. They're having intercourse. We're not eating until he's ready to eat. Like, just going through stuff. And then I got pregnant at 14. I did have my child young. And so I got put out at 14. I wasn't back with my family.
You got put out of the house?
Yes.
Where'd you go stay?
I was homeless. I was living in like this abandoned apartment, Kansas.
Are you the oldest of your mom's kids?
No, I'm the middle child.
Who's the oldest?
My oldest is, the oldest is 29. My sister.
How old was your mom when she had your oldest sister?
She was 19 in college.
Why do you think you got pregnant at 14?
Because the first like sight or feeling that I felt was like some sort of love or something that I was missing. I just clung to it. So my daughter's father, I just ran with that, and especially being like out there on my own.
Yep. Sounds about right.
But I kind of have like more so of a question like for you, which is why I was willing to be rated. I won't say I accept all of that because it's not anything I'm proud of. I was put out, but I was being fast at the end. Yeah, like my dad wasn't there, but I still could have been strong enough and in the word. But because I do know all those things, It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's too late. I'm not old yet, but I don't know how to like just cut cold turkey with wasting time with like looking for that connection, trying to find love. To the point where like, I have a daughter. Um, yes, her dad's in her life, but she needs, her mom in her life just as much.
When was the last situationship you were in? Like the last time you were intimate with a man, when was that?
This morning, yesterday.
Okay, who is he? This morning, yesterday, you don't even know.
Well, no, it was. I went to his house last night. I came home this.
Okay, who is he?
Just a guy that.
Yeah. Okay, we already know. You ain't changed. You're still doing the same shit you was doing at 14, looking for love or whatever. You know how many women I've talked to you like you? Y'all look for love in the man's private. There's no love there. You know why? Let me explain something to you. The way that you guys think and the way that we think is not the same. It's not equal. See, y'all will think if a man wants to sleep with you, that's love. He must love. He want to be at my, just like how your mama said. Well, he's here at the end of the night, so he must love me more. No, that's not how that works. Right? We see it as like intercourse or intimacy. We see it as, hey, if this woman wants to give that to me, I'm getting love for my private. That's how the man sees it. His private is getting love, not his mind and his soul and everything else. There's no connection like that. This is why I teach y'all and tell y'all have to make sure you find a man that actually wants to be with you for you without the intercourse. Does he like you, want to be around you? Does he want to spend time with you? Does he want to see you? Does he want to marry you? If he does, then yeah, you give him the intercourse then, your husband, because he's already shown he wants to be with you. That's the man. How do I know if a man really wants to be me? Does he want to marry you? And when? How soon? Well, he says he want to marry. He just don't have the money yet. Then he can't. He don't have the money yet. He don't have his life in order. Then he can't. He's still going through a divorce. He can't. It's simple. But y'all get too caught up in y'all feelings. Y'all know what the hell is going on. And y'all are just searching at times. You're lonely. I know how it works with y'all. Y'all are like this with emotions. Changes every day. Sometimes it changes multiple times throughout the day. I dealt with enough of y'all in my life. Can't stand a man this morning. And then I've dealt with some woman that was like that for years with me.
She's like that.
Upset at me in the morning, and then in the evening, now she wants to talk. She wants to come see me. Up and down, up and down, up and down. No consistency. No consistency. And that's the problem. Okay. I wanted to give you a better grade. I mean, you're not a bad looking woman at all. I mean, obviously I promote women being natural, so I don't really know what you look like natural, but the way that you do yourself up, I mean, you're not bad looking at all. So you have that. You're still in shape. You're thin. You don't have to worry about that. Have you been with more than 5 intimate partners? Okay. That's a problem. Have you been with more than 10?
Yes.
Okay, that's a bigger problem. Need a lot of therapy. Need a lot of therapy. A lot. And you keep your body to yourself until, see, here's the thing. Let me explain this one last thing to you. Then I'll tell you what the rating is. When it comes to love, I say this all the time, like a bank. A bank cannot loan out money that it doesn't have. You cannot give love if you don't have it. You don't have none inside of you. Mm-hmm. So you cannot give out love. You can't love a man properly. So therefore, a man, this is how this works. A man will fall in love and like a woman, not only based on the way she looks, but based off of the love he feels from her. You got to have love inside of you in order to give it out. So a man feels the love, that will also create that connection and spark in him. And he'll say, man, this woman treats me and talks to me a certain kind of way that I've never been treated before and talked to. And she's beautiful. I got to marry her. That's how that works. As long as the woman says, no access to my body, though. I'm glad that you love the way I treat you, how nice and sweet I am, all that. But you want access to my body, then you got to make me a wife. And guess what the man's going to do? Make you a wife. You have no love inside of you. You haven't built it up inside of you. So and look, you didn't get it from your parents, because that's who we're supposed to get it from. So now you have to figure out ways, especially through therapy, how to impart and implant love inside of you so that you can give it out. You can't give it out to a man. You're not going to be able to give it out to your children either. You don't have the love in you. You can't give it to a man or your children. So what you need to do is focus on that. I tell women different things. Some women need to focus more on their weight. Some women, I've met women that were sweethearts, good women, ain't been out here, but they were just overweight. But you don't need to focus on your weight. You need to focus on your looks, because I know you probably put a lot of time and energy and effort into that, trying to look good and look cute. You need to focus on the inner woman. That's what I would say to you. Right now, because you're still doing the same shit and just messing around with somebody you shouldn't be messing around with, I give you a D. That means you're failing. You're failing. If you were out of shape, and then look, the only reason why you even have a D is because, and I might even give you a D plus, because you are respectful. You listen. I'll give you a D plus. If you were out of shape or you had a mouth on you, you would get an F. But you don't have a mouth on you. You don't seem like it. And you're in shape. So I would give you a D. But that would be my advice to you. All right. Have a great day.